Hey, so what's up? I wanted to do the assumptions video this week. I feel like I've always wanted to do this but never have, so we are doing it today. It's like 8:30, which is pretty late for Karina lately. I know this looks like OJ, but it's a little like mix. I honestly just bought like some peach mango like juice from Trader Joe's and I had vodka and I was just like, yeah, I'm mixing y'all together. Now let's do some assumptions, and I'm gonna try to do as many as I can because I know that I can be a chatty ass bitch. So I'm just gonna quickly go in and answer them, and hopefully I get through all of them. The first one is, you're always confident in your outfits. No, not all the time. If I mentioned this before, like there's this journey with confidence or just with body. Like there's times where I feel like my Leo is like, girl, you are the bomb, but there's times where like my Sag is like, what are you doing with yourself? Like, why do you do that? But like I don't feel confident all the time, for sure. Like that is 100%, I can say that. I know me in like my late 20s, now going into my 30s, like how much confidence I've grown, especially the last couple years, honestly, than early 20s. It was like a completely different Karina. So I think it's still a learning curve, and I feel like the older I get, the more confident I would be. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, baby, and that eventually ends up how you get your confidence. TBH. This one, you're scared of the dark. Yes, I'm kind of scared of the dark because I do have to sleep with one light on. I used to have to like have the TV on all the time and knock out with the TV on or with a light. I just don't like waking up in the middle of the night and it's completely dark and you can't see everything and then like just tripping, and I was just like, no. But it is because I'm pretty much scared of the dark. You're addicted to iced coffee. Yeah, I actually like iced coffee way more than warm coffee, and I feel like my addictions to iced coffee actually has gone up in this year than ever before. It's kind of something that I'm trying to like literally check out, because I feel like I'm having more caffeine than I should have, or like I'm drinking more caffeine than I probably should. I don't know what happened this year that I decided to like, I'm just gonna get my shaken espresso. So I really need to calm the fuck down. You make friends easily and people are drawn to your kindness and warmth. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know if I make friends easy. Once I start talking to someone, like we can have those interactions. I think in that aspect, yes, but keeping friendships, you know, the older I gotten, I feel like the less it's happening. Like I feel like you are very open to friendships, open to communication, but sometimes like they just like that's all that it is, and sometimes it doesn't go to another level. And I'm noticing that as I get older, like friendships are just more difficult at this age than they were in your early 20s for me. I'm not making as many friends as I would like to, and that's something that I'm hoping to change in the future, because I was honestly on my vision board for 2022. So yeah, that would be nice. There is no way you can wear your outfits, gorge by the way, for a practical day. Depends, because you know, I feel like back in the day, like I would have never gotten dressed up. I'd be too shy and I would probably wear all my outfits inside. But the more I learned about myself, I'm like, bitch, why are you not wearing the outfit you want to wear? Like, wear the fucking outfit if it's gonna make you feel good, you know? So I feel like nowadays I'm more inclined to wearing the outfits that I want to wear, and sometimes like I'll wear them like for filming and stuff, and there's days where I'm like, you know what, I'm just really tired after all of that. I just really want to get back into like some comfy clothes, and I'll do that, you know. It depends. I feel like it's honestly situation based, but yeah, I do go out in those outfits sometimes. Not always though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying like I'm always going out in those clothes. Like you can catch me in this Coldplay top and these little sweatpants as well, but you know, there's times where I'm just like, yeah, I got ready just because I want to feel bomb, look bomb, and that's what I'm gonna do. You have a sweet tooth. I do. I've noticed this since I was a child that I had a sweet tooth, but I've tried to control it. I don't like to drink my sugar, so I don't have soda. Occasionally I have juice. I think for me it's more like pastries, here and there some ice cream, but yeah, it's more those things I think. more than anything is my pastries that I love. You're planning to travel soon. Yeah, I guess so. We're going to Joshua Tree for my birthday, and originally we wanted to go somewhere else. We didn't plan it in enough time. It got more expensive and it just seemed too much for too last minute. And you know, obviously having dogs too, having to find someone to take care of them. So we decided to do just like a local trip, and I feel like I've been doing that since like 2020, I guess. So we're going to Joshua Tree. We're planning your birthday. Yeah, I'm planning my birthday, for sure. You are extremely shy. Yeah, I can be really shy in certain situations. Like I said, especially when I first meet someone. Like I am not the type of person who would like go out of my comfort zone sometimes and like greet people. I just find that super nerve-wracking. Even like when I started dating my fiance, he thought I was a completely different person. He thought like, girl, I thought like you were this extremely shy girl, and then like we started hanging out and I noticed that you were not. So yeah, you're very hard on yourself even when you don't have to be. So people are not hard on themselves. Like I thought that was very common. Of course you're like your worst critic, right? Like you're constantly living with yourself, you're constantly seeing your own POV, and you can easily just persuade yourself you're your biggest like enemy and your biggest inspiration as well. And I feel like a lot of the times I'm always my biggest critic and my biggest supporter. I'm trying to slowly change that. I feel like that's something that I've been trying to process at the moment. The next one is you don't like to cook. Yeah, I mean, back in the day when I used to do more like my 9-to-5 job, I feel like we had cooking down way better. It's not that I don't like cooking. Like I really think cooking, I find it more joyful when it's like both of us doing it together and just like bonding over cooking. And I feel like it gets the work done faster, but it's so hard sometimes because I'm just not really good with my scheduling, that like a lot of the times I am working late that like my fiance ends up cooking, you know. And so we've learned easier meals to start cooking that is just like way easier and quicker, because like cooking is a lot of work, like, and it's a lot of time. And I think something that I do want to move forward with me in general and just like actually having more time with my fiance is like setting time to cook. And sometimes like I don't want to do that because like after I'm done working I just want to chill, you know. You just want to have your personal time, and your last thing is about like what am I gonna eat sometimes for me. But I do want to change that habit for sure. You are a psychosexual. Yes, I am a psychosexual, and for those of you who don't know what psychosexual is, it's basically like you're attractive to intelligence. And I didn't know that I was this type of person until I was in college. So I started finding all these professors in my classes attractive just because of the topics they were saying, and just so passionate about all of that. And yeah, that's when I knew that I was a psychosexual. You've always been a fashion icon and had good taste. That's so sweet. No, I don't think so. I think as a young child, I feel like I did follow a lot of trends. And that's something that honestly, this past year, like out of nowhere, it was just like, clicked to me, like I need to stop doing that. And then Natalie, it's your homegirl, did a really good video about that, like being fashionable and style. And I feel like a lot of the times I've been like kind of fashionable, and now I'm like finding my personal style. I didn't really do that as a child. Like I never really experimented with my style. I just kind of was like, oh, well, skinny jeans are in, and I would wear skinny jeans, or I would wear low-waisted. Remember when I got to high school, that's kind of when I was experimenting more and had more like, I would be that person. I would wake up early and literally do my hair and get ready every morning for school. I mean, I feel like I'm still like that in a certain way, and it wasn't just because of like, oh, I'm trying to be fashionable, but it was something that I also enjoyed, like that mornings, waking up super early, doing my hair, and they would have reruns of like Boy Meets World and Sister Sister. Really getting into my personal style now, which I think that's amazing. That you're super smart and talented. Like, how do you measure smart, right? I think it's just that I'm a creative person. I don't think that I'm talented, because I say that I'm like a jack of all trades but a master of none, because I enjoy getting into my creative side a lot. So I love getting into hobbies, and like I feel like that is something that I feel so amazing in, and just like creative expression in general. And obviously each hobby or each creative endeavor that I have varies by what I enjoy. So like for me, you know, I was singing at such a young age, and so I've been singing basically my whole life. I'm not saying I'm like bomb. I've been dancing since like middle school, like just hip hop, R&B, but then like getting into like ballet, jazz, and tap. Now I'm diving into pottery, and I feel like, I'm not saying like I'm talented at this stuff, but like I just feel like the more things that I find that are creatively hobbies or endeavors that I enjoy, I like to do a lot of shit. Like I like to creatively express myself. Honestly, that's truly what it is for me. You're afraid of reading your YouTube channel due to anxiety and depression. Yeah, I haven't read my YouTube comments in the past couple videos. Usually I'm really on it and I reply on it, but like I said, if you see my last video, I kind of went into detail why I haven't. It's just that like it was hard for me the past month basically to just go on my YouTube channel and respond to comments, because I just didn't want to see the numbers side of it. And when you go on your YouTube to respond to comments, like you obviously see your channel views, or you'll see also in your analytics part, like it compares it to other videos and be like, well, this video is ranked at this number, and then they'll be like, this video did better during this time around. So it's just like that part is really difficult, because that's something that out of nowhere I like created this fear, and I'm slowly trying to get back to it. If it really gets bad, like I'll sit down with my fiance and like we'll talk it over, and sometimes he helps me out and respond to comments, because I'm like, I really want to engage with my community and talk to them and just like thank them for like taking the time to even put a comment, because like I'm also a viewer, and you know, and I'm like not the type of person that always comments on people's channels. So like the fact that, you know, y'all do sometimes, like that's just like another level. So I want to be able to like respond to that, you know. And so my fiance sometimes helps me and responds, but like he'll tell me what it is and I'll tell him to respond for me. But yeah, I'm trying to get better about that. That you're super organized. No, I am the opposite of organization. I used to be super messy as a child and even through high school. That's something that actually my fiance taught me, because he's a very like organization person. So I feel like being with him the past like almost 10 years, he kind of like made me a little bit more organized, but I'm still the messy one. And so a lot of the times the mess is literally because of me. You're a trend follower. Yeah, for sure. Out of nowhere had like this epiphany, and I realized that this past year I do follow a lot of trends, and I don't think there's also anything wrong with that. Like I feel like trends also help you like experiment and try to find what you like in your personal style, and I think without trends, like I wouldn't be able to figure that out for myself. So I think trends are freaking cool. And yeah, I realized that a lot of the times like I did rely a lot of trends, especially because also with content creation, I feel like, you know, trends are something like people are always talking about, and trends are what people are interested in a lot of the times, like, oh, what's next in fashion, able to like try so many different styles and trends. And I feel like I'm finally finding my personal style, which I feel like I would have never been able to say that like last year. You're bisexual. Wow. You know, I studied sociology, and one of the classes that we talked about was sociology of gender and sexuality. And for me, the way I see sexuality and gender, it's like the biggest spectrum. And I think it's really difficult to box sexuality and gender performance. And so for me, like, I don't really see it that way as much as I used to, but like obviously growing up in like a very traditional mindset, like there's ways where you're just so used to seeing things, oh, it's black and white. And so I feel like the older I got in, and obviously doing those studies, like I view sexuality and gender just like the biggest spectrum ever. And I don't think that you need to have like a defined label for your sexuality or your gender. And so that's kind of what I go with right now. But I don't know. Even though you're confident, you still struggle with your body or have body dysmorphia. I feel like I've talked about this, just about how like I, you know, talked about the body positivity movement, that I'm more body neutral. Yeah, that has allowed me to feel different ways about my body. Like, yeah, I'm not the most confident person. I don't think I have body dysmorphia, but there's, yeah, days where I dislike my body a lot. Like, for me personally, if I'm gonna put it out there, like, my biggest insecurity is this, my face, because I have a round face, and so there's really no structure. Like, I get it all here. I think that, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking of maybe getting like I don't know if it's Kybella or maybe lipo, just to like get a more cleared structure right here and just take this out. And it's honestly hereditary because my mom also has a circle face and she also deals with this. Lately I've been really insecure about my stomach because I've been getting body acne a lot, and so for me, I get a lot of my acne like in my stomach for some reason, sometimes in my butt, I'm not gonna lie. And so I've been struggling with that because I really didn't grow up with having that much acne. So like as I gotten older, I've noticed more of the acne pop up. So like right now I have so many different acne all over my body. I even got a pimple like close to my nipple. Like, I'm always confident, I'm always happy about my body. I'm totally not. There's so many things that I get insecure about, but there's like, I let that feeling like happen, you know? It's just a body. It's there to help you. Like, you're living, you're thriving, you're able to do so many different things and functions with your body. Like, you shouldn't be stressing about that. So I always try to remind myself about those things too. And the last question is, it's hard for you to work out or stay active? Yeah, I have like a journey with just working out in general. Like, I'm not gonna say I work out every day, and sometimes I only work out once a week or once a month. And I think that's something that I've been, you know, going through and trying to figure out the way I like to work out. And I personally like classes. You know, I've been doing YouTube home videos for a while, and for me, I used to love going to the gym just to take like an hour class of just like working out your body versus like running a treadmill. That's just not what I'm gonna do. My like just dance it out and stuff. So I'm still trying to figure it out, but as of now, it's been consistent but also inconsistent. Now that I've been doing is like I work out every other day. And it also just depends, like if I have time in the morning, did I sleep enough? Did I wake up on time? You know, and that's just a cycle. Move your body and that you have its full movement, and just move the shit out of it because your body will appreciate it as well. But yeah, y'all, I've been talking to 44 minutes. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna condense this. So I'm gonna end it here because I feel like my battery is gonna literally die in any moment. But yeah, those were some of the assumptions. Thank you so much for those of you who sent them. I really had fun answering them. I just want to get more personal on here, so let me know what other videos you'd like to see here. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna end it here because I just realized Brilliant Friend came back on HBO for season 3. No idea. There's 3 episodes that are already released. Homer's gonna go watch some HBO after this. But all right, y'all, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.